Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the best setup you have ever laid your eyes upon. The Uber Puncher. Or should I say, the Umbral Puncher.
Alright, let's see what this baby can do. Holy shit, was that 400,000? That was a big crit right there. Alright, come get some boys. Yep, get out of the way. There we go. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to watch this back because I think I just crit that dude for 700k. That's crazy. Come on, give me a good chain, give me a chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yes, here we go. This is so good. Get punched, get punched. Get punched. Get, oh shit, the conduit. Oh, there we go. Oh man, this thing is just glorious. But anyway, hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna check out the Uber Puncher. Oh yes. This is kind of like the ultimate one-punch frame setup, and as you can see, it has forma everywhere with the exception of the Umbral mods. Now, I'm running Steel Charge as the aura, which not only gives you more mod capacity, but also works really well with this setup because it actually adds damage to your landslide. Then I wanted to add at least a little bit of range to the setup, so I slapped Cunning Drift into the Exile slot, but if you don't mind the base range and you would rather do even more damage instead, just go with Power Drift. Just bear in mind that if you do want to do this, you have to decide in advance because they do have different polarity, so you're gonna have to format differently. Then I wanted to have a lot of efficiency, so I have a fully ranked Streamline and a Fleeting Expertise that's 2 ranks from the top. And this is so that I can spam Landslide with as much efficiency as possible without completely killing the duration with a maxed Fleeting Expertise, because if you max out Fleeting Expertise, it's gonna kill so much duration you won't actually be able to petrify enemies and then punch them with Landslide, rendering the entire rubble mechanic for Atlas completely useless, which is really bad because that's pretty much your only sustain. Then we obviously have all the Umbral mods, so I have Umbral Fiber for the armor, Umbral Vitality for health, and then I have Umbral Intensify for a ton of power strength, which is combined with Ogre Secrets and Transient Fortitude. This gives you a stupid amount of damage. And I didn't want to go with Blind Rage because that would cripple efficiency and I couldn't spam Landslide that much and it's just not that much fun. And the final mod I have here is Hunter Adrenaline, which provides even more energy generation because it converts damage done to your health into energy. And between this and Energizing Dash from Zenuric and picking up energy orbs, you should always have more than enough energy to just spam abilities willy-nilly. And my stat stick, by the way, has remained the same. It is still the Jetki tag that's running Crushing Ruin for the extra mod capacity. I don't actually use this as a normal weapon because it's too slow, but it works fantastically well as a stat stick, so it's fine. Then we have Primed Pressure Point and Spoiled Strike for generic damage scaling, Drifting Contact for combo duration because Landslide will build and benefit from your combo counter, so that's a lot of damage right there. Next is Primed Heavy Trauma and Collision Force because you can scale Landslide with impact damage, which is also why I have this Riven on top of it, which adds even more impact damage and some cold, and then it's all topped off with Shocking Touch and Primed Fever Strike for corrosive damage. And yes, Rivens do work with the Landslide, and no, it is not worth scaling crit or status because Landslide only has 5% base crit and 5% base status, so even if you invest fully into crit or status, you're not gonna get much out of it. This setup is just bonkers. You are far tankier than you were ever before. You have around 3000 armor if you're fully stacked, you have 1000 life, and you know, you're healing by picking up rubble, and you're doing so much bloody damage. And it gets crazier and crazier and crazier as you're fighting enemies because you're building up your combo counter and you're getting more and more damage. This has now become my favorite Sanctuary Onslaught setup. It's so good. And it's just fun as hell to fly around and punch things like a madman. This has always been one of the most fun setups for me, which is why my glyph is an Atlas with 2 Jetki tags. This setup is so fun, in fact, that I actually do PvP on it every now and then. It's just really fun to fly around the arena and punch people in the gonads. And honestly, out of all the Umbral setups that I did so far, this one feels the most worth it because of the insane amount of survivability and damage you get from it. The power bump here is pretty huge. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, so if by any chance you're thinking about umbrifying your Atlas, I'm gonna say go for it because it's just awesome. And as always, I thank you very much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.